This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
This is where we meet New India's young path breakers. Hello and welcome on board a journey like never before, presented by Fly Kingfisher. Well, on this show, we are speaking to India's young icons who are redefining their genre of work, be it business, politics, sports, and entertainment. You'll see them here, experience them here like never before. Well, our very first guest on this very special journey is an award-winning filmmaker. Well, actually, he's a director, producer, actor, screenwriter, all in one, Anurag Kashyap. Anurag, many thanks for joining us, and it's a pleasure to have you on board. Well, my first question, what's new with Anurag right now?
What's new?
Yeah.
New is I wrote my first song.
Really? And what is it all about?
Oh, nothing. It's about this very fat boy who has a constant gastric thing.
Constant gastric thing.
Yeah,
And
because-
how does the song go? This constant fat man
The
with gastric
song
thing.
goes like it's about everybody who's traumatized by this boy's eating and
Gotcha.
gastric troubles and things. And the song is quite. It goes like "Iski maa aise peet mein hi maar deti." So it's.
I'm sure it
It's a
doesn't
funny
end
song.
there. I'm sure
No,
there are-
it is. It touches upon. See, the fat boy who doesn't stop eating also has political connotations. Somebody who
Because
takes away
politics
everything
you
from
just
you.
can't leave behind, right? Anurag and
things
politics
things
has to
that
go
things
hand in
affect
hand.
me, they somehow find their way into things.
You know, after Dev D, you've
Yeah.
been on this high, haven't you?
Yeah, actually, I've been logged in. Actually, I've been logged in writing. I've been just writing non-stop. Last 2.5 months, I have no sense of time or date. I think I'm running behind time.
Right.
Like in the sense,
Well,
I
it's
don't know
always
that
been
today's
work,
Monday or
work,
Tuesday.
work for Anurag, and now it's like a whole lot of writing. So you write in the morning, day, night.
I
What's your
write in
routine
the
like?
night. I write through the night till 7, 8 in the morning. Go for a walk, come back, drop my. This seat with my daughter gets dropped to school, and then go off to sleep. Then I wake up at 2.
Your daughter is your prized possession, isn't she? Somebody
she
who's
is.
very.
She,
And is there any fear, you know, with regards to your daughter? Because we do know that your
in
your
the
marriage
sense,
didn't work
I
out.
am.
and-
In the sense, I panic. Anything happens to her, I have this thing. That definitely, she's like life
Because
to
when
me.
your marriage didn't work out, that hit you a lot, and that had a huge
Yeah, I
impact
agree.
on you. And maybe because of that, you're overprotective of your girl.
It could be, but also maybe because, in the sense when she was born, for the first time, I felt a sense of, belonging. I'm sorry.
And that's okay. It's understandable
it is-
talking
it is-
about your child.
There was something that, I can't really
I know,
express it,
Yeah.
but I got a sense of being and belonging from her.
That's wonderful. It also gives you focus in life, doesn't you? A child does that to you.
there are definitely a lot of things in the sense I don't have an excuse to go out and destroy myself or be like, self-destructive like I was in the past.
To see tears in Anurag Kashyap's eyes,
Well,
I
I
mean,
know,
you
that's
know,
the
it's why does everyone perceive you to be this harsh, arrogant, angry
I think
man?
it's just because, I've tried to analyze this a lot. I grew up in a small town and moral science used to be a subject.
Right.
So we were taught one way to be in this world. And you grow up and realize that one way doesn't function. The world is something else. So in the sense that whole kind of idealism, the thing about honesty and truth was ingrained into us. It literally like hammered into us from a childhood.
Yeah.
And that's why I was completely incapable of dealing with the world. So there was a period where I felt cheated. I think people think I'm harsh because I just say what I feel. And I say no to things that are supposed to make your life easy.
Well, you believe you're passionate about your work, which is why you give us hits like Dev D, like Gulal. So after Dev D and Gulal, is there a third hit in the making?
I don't know, hit or not. I'm making films that I want to make. I'm working on this film called Bombay Velvet.
I see.
And I'm in the process of just finishing the scripts and everything. So we start approaching actors and people. And it's a film, it's a long, cherished project, nurtured over 3-4 years. There's a historian at the Princeton University, Mr. Gyan Prakash, who's writing a book on Bombay. And this film and the idea of it is an offshoot from his book.
I see.
So he actually gave up 1 year of his teaching there to come and live in Bombay, to work on Bombay Velvet.
Well, there's something now special attached to Devdi and Gulal. Well, something exclusive that now Anurag is going to tell us on the show.
Both my movies are going to the Venice Film
Excellent.
Festival, and I am on the
Congratulations.
international jury.
Wow.
And for me, that's a thing of great pride and honor.
Excellent.
I
Many
can't-
congratulations on that.
I can't stop gushing about it.
I know, it shows.
Yeah.
But talking about a film like Devdi, I mean, that DVD that's lying here, in fact, these are just few of Anurag's DVDs. We'll get to his DVD collection later on in the show. But you were telling me
Head
a
On.
short while ago that this film inspired you to make Devdi.
See, Head On, it was Fatih Akin is my big inspiration. And he's an even bigger inspiration for the reason that he's 1 year younger than I am. He's a filmmaker who's of Turkish descent in Germany, who's been making the kind of films. When I saw Head On, actually the first film that I saw of his was Head On at the Delhi Film Festival.
Yeah.
And after that, I discovered more of his films.
Yeah.
And right now there's also a talk about doing a book with him, on him. Now, Sunil Doshi asked me if I would like to interview him over a period of time
I see.
and do books on him because I like his work so much. And Head On is a film that accident scene, the second accident in Devdi, when the car smashes against a wall.
Yeah.
There's one shot that I took top angle, just to replicate that one shot from Head On, which is my way of paying a tribute to the movie that I loved so much. And it actually inspired me because it made me see that there's another way of doing love stories, and something that I'm so familiar with and the world that I dwelled in can also come onto things.
But tell me, Anurag, when was that seed, that you have to make films, that you want to make films? When was that sown? I mean, when did you have this realization?
That was the film festival in Delhi in 1993. I saw 50 films in 10 days. I think I've not stopped watching movies since then.
So I think this is now when we are speaking about Anurag's redefining moment. So Anurag, that turning point you're telling me is that film festival which you went for, and that made you realize that it's going to be films for me and nothing else.
Yeah, in the sense, like, उसके पहले क्या लगता था कि you need some kind of a special talent to make movies. I used to enjoy watching movies, but they're largely Hindi movies. And, movies were not meant to be real. When I grew up, they were not meant to be real. And what was not real, and obviously we felt that we can't do it. There's a special talent that is needed to make something. Like I was watching this play that Nasir Bhai was doing, Motley, Dastan Goi. So Dastan Gois were people who used to make stories, exaggerate them, and improvise on them. And that's what cinema meant at that time when I was a kid. But this festival, I saw these movies. A lot of people say Bicycle Thieves inspired Ray. And look at the kind of films he made. And if the same Bicycle Thieves inspired you, you make it very different. I said, it did not inspire me to make a kind of film. It inspired me to be a filmmaker. It inspired me to... It told me that, things that I think of can also be cinema.
Yeah, that's true.
My thoughts, my experiences, and that sense of realism can also be cinema. Cinema is not always unreal.
When you also realize it's only going to be films and not becoming a
only going to be
scientist,
films, yeah.
scientist like what you wanted to be.
No, scientist, I think I left it a long time back. It was just, I think, a fantasy.
Yeah.
It was a fantasy to find, as a idealist, mind's fantasy as a kid that
As a
I'll
kid.
find the cure to cancer and I'll find the cure to, all the viral disease, virus and AIDS and things. And
Yeah. Well, I like the fact, I like this about you, that you're so honest, so candid, so upfront about things, and not just about your work, but also about your personal life.
yeah, but what is there to hide?
What is there to hide? So there's nothing to hide, so which is what we're going to do in just a bit on this journey like never before with Anurag Kashyap. We're going to talk about that refreshing change in Anurag's life. So that's a surprise. Stay with us.